Hey twins, it's Leah with Enlightened Mystic Essentials, and today we are going to do our twin flame reading, okay? So how it's going to go is, we're going to go to the Angels of Romance deck and get 2 focal points for the Divine Feminines, 2 points for the Divine Masculines, right? We're going to get main energies, see what's going on, and then we're going to see what the Divine Feminines and the Divine Masculines meet along their path, okay, as they are journeying, right? Then we're going to go doorway, gateway to spirit and see what your spiritual messages are, and we are going to break things down and have a closer look. And I already got a message. Yes, communication is coming. That's going to create a major change or a sudden change here. So we're going to see what's going on, okay? So if you are new to my channel, I am a person that reads numbers, colors, and talk to spirits, okay? So let's go. Spirit for the Divine Feminines. What is a focal point? What's a focal point? Deception is here. Deception. And I'm going to talk about these cards and break everything down. Another focal point for the Divine Feminines. Spirit, directly on top of deception, you have what? Reconciliation. Alright, we gonna see. For the Divine Masculine, Spirit, what's the focal point? What's a focal point? Thank you. Worth waiting for. Worth waiting for. Another focal point for the Divine Masculines. That's that card. What is it? Separation. Separation. Let's get these energies. Spirit, what is the main energy for this deception for the Divine Feminines? Storm warning. Get ready. The storm is coming. It is brewing. And for this reconciliation, dang, all over the place. Blooming abundance. Blooming abundance. Actually, it sounds about right. It looks pretty good. What is this worth waiting for, Spirit? For the Divine Masculines. Worth waiting for. That masculine holding a coin. Let's go. And for the separation, there it is. It's right there. The sun. Okay. Let's go to spiritual wisdom. Let's go. Spirit, what is the spiritual message that the Divine Feminines cannot see in the physical, but there in the look? You have the prison wave, which represents self-sabotage and lack of consciousness thought. It is in reverse. So you are now having that clear vision or clear mind. Yes, for the Divine Masculine, Spirit. Listen, you have the sun dancers talking about joyful activities, abundance, and celebration of life. Oh, this going to be a good read right here. And what's along the path, Spirit, for the Divine Feminines at this time as they go through the deception and the reconciliation? Magical prayer. Let's go. Let's get that prayer going. Let's get that prayer going and the building up of your energy. And for the Divine Masculine, Spirit, what is along the path that every Divine Masculine is going to face? Now listen, card comes out face down. Y'all know I like to show you stuff over this magic prayer. And it is what? Coming to life. That's that spark. It's time. It's almost time. I'm telling you. I can feel it for the Divine Masculine, Spirit. What's along the path of every Divine Masculine? Listen, y'all got cards flying out. My cards have been flying out all over the place since yesterday and today. You have the storm field here towards this deception, feminines. We can't even get the masculines. What's along the journey? This deception has caused a storm field on top of the fact that the energy around the deception is storm warning. Whew, yes. Spirit, for the divine masculine. What is every divine masculine going to face on their journey, their change, baby? Metamorphosis. And another card just fell out in my lap. Education. Let's get that lesson learned so you can move forward. This looks so good. All right. So we're gonna go with the divine feminines first. Then we're gonna get to the divine masculines. But before we get to the feminines, I want to break down this communication towards these sudden changes and see what's gonna go on with this communication factor. Okay, so let's see, Spirit, what is the Eight of Staff? Because you have the Eight of Staff and the Tower here. So let's see what's going on with this communication. Spirit, for the Eight of Staff and the Tower, clarify the Eight of Staff with the Tower or towards the Tower for the divine feminines and masculines. The moon is here. This moon can represent a lot of things. It could be the unknown, that unknown communication tool that's coming in. You don't see it coming in, but it's going to cause those changes, right? This could be talking about communication towards deception, because the moon also talks about things that linger in the dark. But I'm going to do one better that causes those changes. We're going to get the energy of this moon. Okay, let's get the energy of this moon. Spirit, what is the energy of this moon here? What's the energy of this moon? Y'all know I love energy, because energy is around everything. Listen. This moon. Listen, this moon has two energies. One is cornucopia and one is deceit. So now you have to establish which is for your moon. What does this represent for your moon? It could go that the moon represents the hiding or the hidden or the unknowing of many blessings, cornucopia. It could be representing the unknowing, unseen deceit, because we're talking about the communication that is going to cause major changes or sudden changes. Or is it the fact that this moon is hiding the deceit towards your blessing? See? So you have to figure out where it applies to you. Honestly. Honestly. Because deceit is going towards cornucopia. Yeah, see? Deceit is going towards cornucopia. And then the thing about it is, when you talk about cornucopia and these many blessings, this is a 2, but it's master number 11. Okay? So the 2s represent pairs, which is a pair of cards. 1, 2, right? It talks about the doorways, gateways being open. That's why this communication is coming in. Hello? See? It talks about secrets being held or exposed. This could be the moon. It's so many things. It also talks about deceit, because secrets can be deceitful, whether they're exposed or held, you know. The 2s also talks about the communication factors of conversating and debating. Here we go again, communication. You see? So you just have to figure out what is your moon. Is your moon many blessings, cornucopia, or is your moon about that deceit? But when you talk about the deceit, it's a card of 7. 7 is a number of self-reflection. And we all know that when you are on this journey of twin flames, it's all about mirroring, right? So what a person gives you, whether it's the feminine or the masculine, you give it back. Mirroring effect. And then the thing about it is, with the deceit card, the main colors of deceit is red and brown. This talks about the grounding. The brown is about the grounding of love or defeat, right? And then the thing about it is, with this person in this image, they are like dropping money from their hands or coins. So what is this valuable or the value that's falling out of someone's hand or slipping out of someone's hand. And also here, there's a candle. So when you talk about that light, it is illumination of, yeah. Or it talks about someone doing some type of candle work, spiritual work, yeah. So you need to be careful, okay? Let's see, Spirit, clarify this deceit. Let's see what this deceit is. Dang. Laying down burdens. Either someone is being deceitful and ending a cycle, or laying down or taking actions to lay down a situation. Or someone, okay, is laying down, you know, laying down burdens, but they have deceit on their mind. It just depends. So it's either about the actions that are being taken or the communication that is being given or received. Yeah. So, you know, but you may not know because it's the moon. The moon is here. And the moon is literally coming in here to hide the deceit and the burdens being laid down. So you might not know. And it could literally be hiding the cornucopia. No. I'll be gone by the time she get out. 12:45. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's get over here to the... Okay. Feminines. So I usually do divine feminines versus divine masculines, right? So let's get going. Let's see. I want to make sure I line everything up right. Okay, so let's talk about the storm field, because it's like a lot going on around this deception. You know, you have deception. The energy around deception is storm warning, because the storm, okay, the storm warning is warning you about storms coming in, and here's your storm. It's another storm. So you have the deception here, surrounded by storm warning and storm fields. All of this, it talks about confusion. You know what I mean? So when it says someone is wearing a false, it says someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So is it the fact that the feminines are going to learn about that mask wearer? Or is it the fact that that mask is coming off of the feminine so they can see? Because you see that little Cupid? He's untying that mask from the feminine. And here the feminine is touching the masculine, but the masculine is hiding another feminine person or a female, you know, right here. So you got three. When you talk about threes represent the creation. The creation of, but what is it the creation about? The creation of deception, or the unmasking, or the creation of being unmasked and seeing the deception, you know? And see, the thing about it is the feminine wears red and blue. Red represents blood, love, or defeat. No one is bleeding, so it represents love or defeat. But the thing about the feminine is she has blue here, or they have blue. I'm gonna try not to say she and he, because we have divine feminine, you know, males as well. So, and vice versa. But the blue represents the calming, the relaxing, and the peace. So is the feminine peaceful with her love, or is the feminine, peaceful in the defeat? So what's going on? Because the feminine has on a white mask. White talks about the purification, coming in with like a clean face, a pure face, you know, not you know, seeing things for what it really is, but it's time for the unmasking. And here everyone else has on a mask as well. But see, When you talk about someone being bare here, because this is the masculine, bare. You talk about the unknown, the unseen, bare. Hiding another feminine. Hiding. So what is going to be exposed here? Exposed. Something is coming. Because you have a storm warning. And the storm warning talks about one you, one thought, one journey. Yeah. When you talk about the one you, feminine. The one you. Storm warning. Hold up. Wait. Slow down. Brace yourself. Right? The one thought is this deception. And the one journey is creating a storm field. Now, the thing about this storm field, it is the storm in which the universe or the divines are giving you, because this is a card of 9. And what does the storm come in here to do? First of all, this storm is pulled, or it goes in the direction in which it is pulled. So what is pulling your storm field? Is it the deception pulling it on one end, or the warning of the storm coming on the other end? You know what I'm saying? Because there's a warning here, and it's not just for the feminines, it's for the masculines as well. Because this is putting you in a state of mind or a conscious place that allows you to know exactly what's going on in their head. You see? So this storm is coming in, and when the storm comes in, what does it do? When you talk about the rain, and I was talking about this yesterday, because both of these rain. You talk about, when you talk about the clearing and the cleansing away of the negativity and the darkness, you either use fire or water. Hello? And everywhere is rain. Rain. The storm is coming to clear away the deception. That's why the mask is coming off. Yeah, because the feminine is now, it's time for you to see clearer. Or clearly. And in both of these images, the storm represents the confusion. That's that mask is coming off. The mask is coming off. Even in the deception, this sky is also gray. When you talk about gray, gray represents confusion, clouded judgment, not being able to see straight. But that mask is coming off. That mask is coming off. And you are seeing things for what they truly are. You see that? And that's what you want. Because when you start talking about issuing judgment and rendering judgment, you want to be able to make a clear judgment call. Because at the end of the day, don't forget that I told you, whatever the feminine goes through, so shall the masculine. So the feminines are rendering their judgment. And you want to make sure that that judgment is what? Fair and balanced. Spirit, clarify deception here for the feminines. Divine feminines. What is the deception? Directly over the 3. Worry. 9 of Swords. Worried. But what are you worried about? Worried. Confusion. Can't sleep. I'm tired. What are you tired of? Are you tired of the deception? What are you tired of? Or are you tired of the negative and pool of confusion? What are you tired of, feminine? Because understand the fact that all feminines and all masculines are not at the same stage. Everybody is at different stages. That's why I said let's do 2 focal points and 2 energies for everything. So you apply where it fits. Clarify the 9 of Swords, Spirit. What is the 9 of Swords to the divine feminine? And you have 2. Worried about this reconciliation, because it can go so many ways. Worried about this third party situation. But what is the worry of the third party pertaining to? The hidden, because see, you can't see it, hidden in the deck. King of Staff. Worried about the actions of the king or the divine masculine. I'm worried. Leah, I'm worried. So are you worried about that reconciliation and how this king is going to take action? Or are you worried about those third-party situations, those attachments that the king has, and how is it going to affect him? How is he, or how is the masculine going to act? See? You see that? I'm worried. I'm worried. Clarify the Three of Cups with this King of Staff, Spirit. Let's see. I'm worried, Leo. Look, over your worry, feelings of regret. Feelings of regret. Feelings of regret. And it all talks about the feminine being in her head, or in their head, sorry, and the feminine being in their feelings. There is no balancing of the mental or the emotions. That's why we have swords, and that's why we have cups. But it's all about the masculine. How is the masculine going to take action? How is the masculine going to act? How is the masculine going to do this? How is, see? That is that mental worry. You cannot worry about that. Because see, you don't want this deception factor to be here, because you're in your mind, some of you, and some of you are in your feelings. Yeah. No. We're not on that. Spirit, what needs to be surrendered, released, or accepted for the divine feminines and its deception? What does the divine feminine need to get in their head or in their emotions about? You got to. You need it to. Touching the mental card, you have surrendered a low self-esteem. You see that? And for your emotions, surrender to complete healing. Listen, don't make it worse than what it needs to be, because this whole situation here is confusion. Now we've learned why you are confused, or why the creation, because it's 3 cards which represent the 3 of creation, why the confusion is here. You need to get your mind together and surrender the low self-esteem for that mental, and you need to heal of these emotions and stop creating the deception. That's how that go. Yeah. All right. So that's 1. Okay. Here, let's read this one for you. Surrender the complete healing about getting these emotions in check. Yeah. It says, open fully to the loving, compassionate forces of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. Let's go. The main colors of this card is white, pink, and purple. She wears a white dress here. Feminines. This is the purification of the complete healing. Right, because it's white. Facing the light. That person is facing the light. Above the light is purple. Purple talks about that power and the empowerment of the mind, because it's high up here. Below, it talks about you getting your emotions in check with that love, compassion, that self-love that you need for yourself. And once you get this logic and these emotions together, then they're standing on solid ground. You will be grounded. You need to ground yourself. Head and emotions. Let's go. Get these swords and these cups together in order to purify yourself. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. So that's for some divine feminines, right? Next up, we have reconciliation, because everybody's on different steps. Reconciliation. So reconciliation comes after deception has been seen, after the breakups or the separations have been committed or occurred. And the thing about it is, it says someone from your past is returning. That means there was a breakup, someone let go, someone detached. Yeah. 2 people, 2s, pairs. Yeah. Feminine, masculine. That's how I go. Someone is aligning themselves for the reunion of the two. You see? And then the thing about it is you have another 3, because you have the creation of blooming abundance. That's all part of the reconciliation. Yeah. That is the energy, the creation. And then the thing about it is when you talk about, the blooming abundance, in this image, you have coins. Yeah, that's that value. You have an owl talking about the wisdom, because you have to go through the journey and learn the lessons as you take another step forward, forward, forward. And then you have sunflowers. Let's not forget that this should have been already addressed, because this is a sunflower as well. See that? Low self-esteem, surrender. You have let that low self-esteem go, and you have built yourself up. Here you also have butterflies. Butterflies represent change. So for those who are on the step of reconciliation, the creation of blooming abundance with this reconciliation is now occurring. This is a time of coming together. When you say a card with 3 with a card of 2, they both represent the change. The changes that are occurring. Let's go, feminines. Spirit, clarify blooming abundance with this reconciliation. Let's go. Justice, baby. See how that go? Master number 11 as well. So you got 2 11s back to back. Justice being served. That's it. Justice being served. Blooming abundance. The scales have been tipped left from right, left to right, left to right. Now they are coming to that even plane. And when they line up just right, see the left to right is the head and the heart, or the head and the emotions trying to level themselves out. That's how that goes. But once they align and come together, justice did their thing, right? Justice came in here and did its thing. That's how it go. And then the thing about it is, the feminines, you have allowed it, because this prison wave that's in reverse, because that's what we want, is the card of 4, talking about the foundation or the stabilization, what has been grounded, what surrounds the current situation. And when you talk about the reconciliation, what's around the situation is you have allowed the reconciliation to come in here and create your blooming abundance. Yeah. So therefore, justice has been served. Because see, the prison wave, if it was in reverse and it was upright, it would talk about self-sabotage. Sometimes you have to remove yourself out of the equation so things can get done. You have learned to ground yourself. So not allowing your mental to get involved, that would be the poverty of consciousness if it was upright. That lack of consciousness, that lack of knowledge. And then when it says self-sabotage, you have literally moved your whole self out of the equation. That would be self-sabotage. And then when you talk about self, you talk about your mind. You talk about your emotions. Everything. You talk about your actions. Because whatever the mind thinks, the body shall act. Yeah. So when it comes in here reverse, that is like super. That is like, that's what you want. You have eliminated yourself out of the equation and let the divines or spirit take over and handle the situation. That's what you're supposed to do. You learned that. And now, because you have learned that, your reward is here for the taking. You see that? That's why justice was served. That's why people, they need to get it in their head that sometimes you don't have to be in a situation or in or around a situation for everything to work itself out. Now, you have the change of that magic prayer towards the prison wave in reverse. What has been your magic prayer? I know that these prayers that you have been sending up and giving to the divines, because I have been telling for a long time, you all, that the divines are listening to these prayers. You have been praying for change. That's why the magic prayer is a card of change. But what have you been praying? Have you been praying for changes towards yourself? The same way the prayer is going towards this prison waif in reverse. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. And now that you have prayed for changes, and you have asked for changes, and you have done your rituals for changes to better yourself, whether it is self-love, self-care, self-empowerment, self, you have to learn how to what? Love yourself first before you can learn how to love anyone outside of yourself. Especially talking about being in a commitment. Are we serious? Let's go. Justice has been served. Yeah. That's what you want. And because you have prayed and you have worked on yourself and you have applied self-love and self-care and self-acknowledgement. Do you know how many people, because I think it was last month or the month before, I was telling you about everyone is getting ready to take a step forward, right? And I was telling you about a lot of people are coming into the unknowing about them stepping into the twin flame journey. You know how many people have took the time out to learn about these twin flames and these journeys, and they have now started applying it to themselves? That's that self-knowledge. That's that learned wisdom. That's what all of this is a part of your path as you journey on this twin flame, right? And because the changes have been created, that the changes that you have made within yourself and what is around you, how you think, how you act, your emotions, your action, it all counts. It all counts, because along your path, they told us you have prayed for changes and you have done what you needed to do. And because of that, that spark of life is here, coming to life. And this is a card of 11 as well. So you have 3 11s, feminines. Yeah, coming to life. And it talks about the 2s as well. It talks about the pairs. And the coming to life is literally facing the magic prayer and the prison waif. That spark, that prayer was that spark. If I had to say, we have a scale, one end you have coming to life with that prayer in the middle, and no more self-sabotaging myself. No more should I think negative. No more should I lack knowledge. Yeah, let's go. That's what's going on. That's what has happened for all of those who is in this step or along this step. You have now either earned that spark or you have grown your spark. That is why that ball of energy sits on that light. In her hand. The light it sits in her hand. But on top of that, she in this image was a statue. All of this is statue. At the top, she's what? Coming to life. So everything that once was stuck, frozen. Yeah. I've been telling everybody who's been in these cocoons, all signs. Spring is that time that you are going to like warp forward. Come into life. And here once again is another butterfly representing metamorphosis changes. Come on now. It's here. Come into life. You have learned and you have earned access. Bringing it all together. Bringing it all together. And the thing about these 2 cards, this is what all feminines are going to experience. That prayer towards that self-love, self-care. Oh, wrong way. Yeah, that knowledge. Those actions. All of that counts. Yeah. And the thing about it is, I'm going to tell you this, it's required. Because these 2 cards together make a 9. What is the 9? The 9 represents the universe. And I have been telling you for months, long as you attempt to apply self-care, self-love, acknowledgement, knowledge, wisdom, yeah, action, the universe is going to come in and take over. Boom. Yeah. Yeah. That's how it works. So congratulations to all of those who are on that step. Congratulations. And for all of those that are still in this deception mode, take that mask off and see what you need to see, so you can get to the next step. Praying for change. That's it. That's how it goes. That's what we want. That's what we want. And that's the feminine. Pretty good, if you ask me. Beautiful. So, let's go back to the top. What is the communication that's coming in, or the communication that has came in, that is creating this change? Sudden changes. Sudden changes. When you talk about changes, is it that prayer that they talk about? See how it goes back towards you not self-sabotaging the situation, by you learning what you need to learn, seeing what you need to see, making it understood. What is the communication factor that is causing these major changes that has been hidden, or you have not seen because you needed to make it understood or understand? That's why I'm here. You see how it can go? Yeah. Let's see what else. When you talk about changes, fives, this is also a 5. What is the communication factors that have came in with this reconciliation and blooming abundance that has caused these major changes that you have not seen? See how it goes back? Yeah. Feminines. Yeah. So now I see, when you talk about the deception, yeah, you have 3 people, true indeed. But then you have 2 cards of surrender here. That is your 5. What is the communication factor that has came in or occurred? Now, when I talk about communication, not necessarily by mouth. This can be talking about emotions and eyes, because your eyes and your hands have to communicate with each other. That's what I'm saying. That mask is coming off and that hand is touching. You see? Yeah. Yeah. Communication of touch. The communication of that body. Whether it's the spiritual, the physical, or the emotion. That's what they said at the bottom right here. Yeah. Or the communication of your mental. Because how you think is how you act. You see that? Your 5. What communication has came in or occurred here? That has caused major changes that you have not seen, recognized, or understood yet. You see? What is it? Is it the deception, or is it about these many blessings? The unknowing or the unknown. That's that pain, negative, hurt, thoughts, emotions, spiritual. Or you coming into the knowing of acknowledgement. The self-care, the self-love, the wisdom. Do you see it now? Where are you? Because they keep telling us you don't see it. That's why that moon is here. What is the communication factor that is causing a sudden change, feminine? Whether it be in your spiritual, your emotions, your physical, your actions. Communication towards major energy. Creates major unknown, major unseen. Do you see it now? It's not necessarily always physical. No. It's your spiritual and it's your emotions. Yeah. Once again, it says complete healing. Complete. The whole package. It says open. It says open fully to loving, compassionate forces with an S of the universe that support your physical, emotional, and spiritual healing. Those are 3 things. Your physical, your emotional, and your spiritual. 3 makes a completion. I told you that earlier. Let's go. Just like the 3. The purple of the mind, the light is the white, and the pink is the compassion of the emotions, or the feelings of the emotions. 3 is the completion. Hello. Let's go. Because it all converts back to the same thing. The same thing. The same thing. What are you not seeing? Leah is going to make it understood. You see? Boom. Let's go. Feminines. So get out of your mind. Because it is time for you to bring your mind and your emotions together. It's all coming together like they told you earlier, right? You're praying for changes, and for those who are not praying for changes, I suggest you do it, because literally the prison waif is in a prison. That's why it's called the prison. Get out of that trap space. Get out of your mind. Get out of your feelings and address the issue within yourself. Plain and simple. Yeah, it's coming. I'm telling you, it's coming. Now let's get over here to these masculines. Yes, over here to these masculines. All right, here we go. Education. Okay. Worth waiting for. And here we have two. We have two angels. It says divine timing is at work in your love life. Divine timing, not your timing, not your ego's timing. 2. When you talk about the twos, what are the twos? Doorway, gateways, decisions, opportunities, choices, you know, secrets being held or exposed are the communication factors of conversation and debating. The conversation is the talking, the debating is the arguing, the fighting, and the yelling. Here, 2, they are cloaked in white. White talks about the purification of. But what is being purified that they want you to know? That divine timing is in play, is in your love life. But who are they talking to? They talking to divine masculines. Because the divine masculines is a 7. 7 is a number of self-reflection. And another thing that I need you to understand, that you hold value, in case you did not know. Yeah. You hold value. Yeah. 7 is a number of self-reflection. So let's see what's going on. Spirit, clarify. Worth waiting for the divine masculine, holding a coin, holding that value. Clarify worth waiting for the man holding a coin, or the masculine holding values. Stability. Let's go. Foundation. Let's go. You should know that. You have value in your hands. What is this for? A staff. Or what they say, 11-11? Because the feminines just had 3 11s back to back. Listen. Got another card here. Got the 7 of Swords. This is the 7 of Swords. Now listen. The 7 of Swords is not always cheating, lying, fighting, killing, shooting, and all this stuff. Sometimes it can be mind games. Mind games. And the thing about it is, mind games is going away from the structure or the foundation or stability. You see that? 7 of Swords is walking away from stability or the structure or the current situation. And honestly, that's what you want, because you want to leave the game playing outside the door. You see that? Literally. Let's go. Spirit, what is the 4 of Staff with the 7 of Swords here for the divine masculines over the 4 of Staff? Oh, now see. Over the 4 of Staff. Because the Queen of Coin is here. Isn't that about right? Because these two are together. The feminine and the masculine. Let's get it. Coin in your hand, coin in yours. Yeah. That's why the sneaky action is going away from the current situation or the foundation, or away from the feminine and the masculine situation. Let's go. That's why I said it's not always all this extra. It's what it is. Mind games. Playing games. Playing tricks. Because see, the thing about it is, when you look at the Seven of Swords, the person is carrying 4 swords on their shoulders. What is the 4 of Swords? The recovery. The not being, being stuck, being held, being frozen. Carrying it on the shoulders. So the recovery of on the shoulders, right? But you are facing the 3 of Swords, that heartbreak. Carrying the recovery on your shoulders, but coming towards the heartbreak. Letting it go. And then once this sword is picked up and added, then you will be at the 5 of Swords on the shoulders, being carried. Literally the weight of the world on your shoulders. And then you will be facing the 2 of Swords. See? So that's what's going on. Recovery is on the shoulders of the masculine. Now, why they are facing this heartbreak. Because when you talk about that 3 of Swords, that is the cutting off of the attachments. That is the cutting off of the third party situations. You got to understand it. And right now, masculine is going to be heavy on you because you walk on grounds of confusion. That's why the gray is there. But understand the fact that you wear white and blue. The white talks about the purification of the clarity of what? The blue talks about the calming, relaxing, the tranquility. You are comfortable right now because you have learned in your mind. That's why this is a sword card. That's why I say going away from stability, going away from the foundation. You have it in your mind that this is what needs to be done outside of stability, outside of the foundation, outside of the home, because you talk about the 4 of staff. So, the purpose is to obtain or to bring forth the collaboration of the Queen of Coins, who is your equal. Isn't it funny? Let's go. Showing up and showing out. Y'all better get with this. And then 7 is a number of self-reflection. Who are you reflecting? My equal. Boom. Right in your face. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. That's how it go. Let's go. So, you do what you need to do. This is part of that self-care that I was talking about earlier, because we talking about recovery on your shoulders. The weight or the load is going to be heavy because you're grounded in confusion. But understand the fact that you walk upon the ground. You walk on top of the ground. You're not rooted there like a plant. You're not in the ground, within the ground like these swords. And understand, feminines, these masculines are having a time because it is their actions and their consequences to bear. So why they are bearing the weight on their shoulders, true indeed. They have become comfortable because they are cleansing and purifying. That's why the white is here. The way. The way. That's why they taking it away from the foundation. Because the foundation of stability is solid. Understand that. And that foolishness cannot be allowed within the foundation. Take care of your business, masculines, because that's what they doing. All because of what? One person. Let's go. You rock that purple and that white. The white is the clarity of what? Power. That's why you have that purple. Even though you are strong and you have your value, you are still compassionate. Why you think that bunny is there? Let's go. Get with it. Do not rush the process. While you sit and you wait, you gain and you level up. Because at the end of the day, you two are going to be on the same level when you come together. You have to be. There is no the masculines on a level 3 and the feminines on a level 4. There's no connection there. Do you see that? In order for you to come together, if he's on a 3 or the masculine's on a 3, the feminine's on a 3, that's that connection. Understand and get it together. Because I have been reading these comments. Oh, I'm so tired of dealing with this. Your mental is not together. Anyway, let's move on to this separation. All a part of this journey. Let's go. It says time apart from your partner is on the horizon. when we talk about that separation, we are not talking about the separation of the feminine and the masculine only. We are not talking about the twins that are journeying. We are talking about these soulmates or those karmic partners. It is time to cut them away. I just said that heartbreak, the recovery on the shoulders and facing that heartbreak, the cutting away of those attachments that is stuck in confusion. That's why the ground is gray. Let's go. It is a part of your journey. And if you do not get it right, you can have a few mistakes in there. But when you linger long, you better get your mind together so you can take action, right? So let me explain this card. Up here, let me make sure. You have 3. The creation of. The 2. Altogether, it talks about a change. Because you have 3 cupids and 2 people. 1 feminine, 1 masculine, right? See, the thing about this separation factor that I want you to understand. When you talk about your mind or your mental and it affects your body, here's a perfect display. Here, the masculine is sitting on the bed with his, edge of the bed with the hand over the heart. I have something I want to tell you. I have something that I want to speak to you about from my heart, right? But here's the feminine. No, just come to bed. We'll talk about it later. Someone is serious and someone is playing. Someone is ready to speak their mind and get feelings out while the other one is just wants to ignore it. After so long, it becomes boring or useless. So who is playing and who is serious? The creation of the separation is here. That's why you have the 3 cupids. They are here, or the 3 angels, to create the separation of the feminine and the masculine, whether it's the twin flame with a karmic, or the twin flame with a twin flame, or a karmic with a karmic, or a soulmate. However you want to put it. It is time. And then the thing about it is, when you look at this image, the light is coming in, shining down on the feminine or the playful person past the abundance, because the time is past the growth, past the success, past that spark. See, the time has went past that. Now look how dull that. Where is the rest of the light? It's only light coming in one space, and the green that represents the abundance, the wealth, the success, the new growth, is literally moved over. See, it is time to fall apart. Do not stop it. I don't care how hurt you is. Get it in your head that this heartbreak is time to face it. That's why I said this person faces heartbreak. Those are the 3 swords. And they are all rooted in confusion. But your 4 of the recovery of the swords, they are upon your shoulders. Let's go. Get with it. And then clarifying this separation is the sun. It's illuminating the separation. So when I say get ready, get ready. Is it you have to go through the separation to get to the abundance and the success and the wealth, everything that the sun has to offer? Or is it the sun shining its light down on the situation within the separation? You figure it out. Plain and simple. Once again, what is the communication towards these changes that you are not seeing? Let's go. I'm telling you. Let's go. Spirit, clarify the separation with the sun. Because don't forget that the sun has a bowl of water. I told you earlier that water cleanses just like fire. Look. Facing the sun. Let me get it. Facing the sun. Feelings of regret. Oh, feelings of regret. Now let me tell you about this card, because I ain't talk about it with the feminists, but I'm gonna talk about it with the masculine. Listen, once again, you have 5, okay? Changes. You have your head down, worrying about those 3 cups. I just told you was facing heartbreak. Them 3 swords is those 3 cuts. The cups. Cutting away of the attachments. Let's go. Yeah? You have your head down, your eyes closed. You don't even see the 2 of cups up here. That is the feminine and the masculine. Literally the 2 of cups. If you was to hold your head up and pick up your staff, which represents the ace of staff, yeah, that new journey, whether it's the physical, the mental, or the emotions, you would see that the road is open for you. You stand on grounds, or you kneel on grounds of open road and obstacles being removed. That's why the 3 cups on the ground, because this ground is orange here. But see, the thing about it is, you wear red here. Red represents that defeat. That defeat. Because it is not love. Because if it was love, you'll be holding those 2 cups in your hand. But here you are kneeling. Sorry. You are kneeling, right? With your head down. Defeated. About those 3 cups. Yeah. Let's go. Feelings of... What needs to fall apart will fall apart. Let me get this right, because it was facing the sun. Are you feeling regretful because the sun is illuminating the breakup? Or are you feeling feelings of regret because the sun is illuminating the situation that is going on within the separation? Let's go. No. Everything that needs to happen, it will happen. You have to let it happen. I keep telling you, you are the divine's investment, right? Yeah. Clarify this 5 of cups for me, Spirit, for these divine masculines. Feelings of regret towards the 3 of cups. The same 3 of cups that's down here on the ground. Or on the, yeah, what? Listen, man, get y'all mind right and get out of your emotions. Yeah, please. Please. Now, let me tell you something. Going past this, let me put you on a little game here. All together, you have 8 cups. You have 5 cups here and 3 cups here. Where is the 8 of cups? Walking away, Leo. That's the walking away. Bye-bye. Let's go. Get out of your feelings. Get out of your feelings. Get out of your emotions. Any other time I can tell you to get out of your head, but get out of your feelings. And this was indicated about these feelings from the beginning, because the hand is over the heart. I have something I need to tell you from the heart. My heart. Yeah. Let's go. Clear it out. Work on that heart chakra. Plain and simple. So now, next to the sun, you have the sun dancers being illuminated on the other end. Yeah. The sun is illuminating the sun dancer. What is the sun dancers? The card of 5. The sun dancers also is a card of 5. Changes. When I say you better hold on tight, masculines, because you're getting ready to go. I'm talking about these changes are going to be rolling. As soon as you turn your head to the left, you look to the right, another change is here, honey. So when you talk about the 5 that represent changes, it talks about joyful activities, celebration of life, and abundance. The same as the sun. And together these cards make that balance, because both of these are called a 6. So you have your balance coming in. Yeah, it's coming in. It's being illuminated. This change. So here you have a feminine butterfly, we'll say, because I don't know what she is, the person is up there, twirling around a man or a male, a masculine. It doesn't matter. It's a feminine and a masculine here in the sky twirling. The feminine has the wings. The masculine is just don't have any wings. And they're twirling around in the air. What is going on in your mind? Because the air is the logic, right? Here's the sun, and the sun is illuminating a door. Go through the door of change, please. I promise you it'll be so much better. Stop going against the grain. What is going on in your mind? Who is this person twirling you around? Confusion, your mental. You do not allow anyone to stop you, block you. Get out of your head. Get yourself grounded so you can go through the door. The sun is here to help you. Literally help you bring in that balance. So now you got two suns back to back. You have the sun illuminating the water. Something needs to be clean. What needs to be clean? The masculine's mind, because they're being twirled. At the same time, another sun is over here illuminating the door. Get yourself grounded. Whether it is you cleaning away or washing away those emotions, or you getting your mental together. Wasn't that the same with the feminine? The logic and the emotions? I'm telling you. That mirroring effect, yeah, it's a part of the journey. So next to the balance of the sun, of the sun dancers, metamorphosis, boom, change, yeah. 7 is a number of self-reflection. You are going through changes, but guess what? In this image, it is the mirroring. You don't see that? Everything is on, look, this side is this side. Yeah. Let's go. Metamorphosis. Just as you are going through changes, so is the feminine. Yeah. You have to. There's no other way to journey along this journey but changes. But when you talk about metamorphosis, what needs to be transformed? Is it the same as the feminines over here? With this complete healing? Or we gonna find out? Because I'm finna see. I want to know. Because the feminines got to get their mind, their bodies, and their spiritual together. What about you? What say you? Spirit, what needs to be surrendered, released, or accepted for metamorphosis for the masculines? Y'all have 3. Whew! Surrender the what is. Get out of your head. See that? White dress, purification towards the unknown or the darkness or the negativity. Because this card is white and black. Surrender the resentment. I know we're not still talking about those 3 cups and those 3 swords. I'm not even going to go there. Surrender your addictions. What are you addicted to? The feeling? See that? Or the thoughts. What are you addicted to? The feelings or the thoughts? Because you have to get your mind and your emotions together. Your emotions is your feelings, and your mental is your thoughts. What is your addiction? Whether you are addicted to substances, people, food, sex, overworking, or overworking. Or overworking. Or people. Or situations. Let's go. Take action to begin to heal. Oh yeah? The addictions, and replace them with healthier alternatives. Let's go. You see how that play out? And then the thing about it is the purification of the unknowing. You have white and black here again. Purification of the unseen. That's why this person has a mask on. Do you see that? Take that mask off. Just like the feminines, mask is falling off to see you or to see what's going on around them, because it's confusion around them. Here you go, standing in the dark. What's going on? Get out of your mind. Get out and take that mask off yourself. You don't need no help. You just do it. And see things for what it really is. Literally, see things for what it really is. Literally, see things for what it really is. Let's go. So, what is the communication factors that is going to cause major changes that you don't see? Everything that you do is going to lead to either many blessings, deceit, or the deceit or the fall or the failure of your blessings. Plain and simple. Let's get with it. Now you have a card of 8. Yes. Spiritual rebirths and rejuvenations, also known as transformations. Masculine. Education. What have you learned? What are you going to learn? What is experience? Experiences are lessons learned. Boom. You gon' get there. Yes, that's what we want. And then the thing about it is, once again, the main colors of the card is black and white. But you have also gray here. So when you talk about the gray, the sky is the gray. Let me see. What color is that dress? Yep, black. Gray confusion. But understand the fact that, do you not see all that light after that? That's that knowledge I keep trying to tell y'all. She's reading the book. And she has the help of those fairies. Yeah. You have a white, what is that? A stork or a crane? Either way it go. When you talk about birds, you talk about messages. And this stork or crane or this bird is walking towards this person holding this book. A message of purification or clarity is coming to you. I'm telling you. You have to get it understood. Experience. You are going to learn lessons along this journey. Yeah, I'm curious. Spirit, clarify education for the masculines. What is, okay, you got 2. And it crosses over the sun. Before I explain this, they fell out upon the sun. So now, because the way my cards, I laid them down, the sun is illuminating that education. When you talk about the education, you are going to learn how to think, what to feel, how to move. You're going to learn these things. And you are going to learn how to take off these masks and let go of these addictions. You are going to learn that there is no resentment factor in love, only in defeat. And you are going to let go. What is this? What is that? What is this? I don't know is what you're saying. When you say, what is this? What is that? How does this taste? How does that look? You don't know. Yeah? That's what that means, right? But it's okay because of education is being illuminated. Yeah. So when you talk about your education or the lessons learned or you learning knowledge and you getting yourself together, you have the Page of Swords, yeah, towards temperance. Yes. You have that mental clarity. You are going to receive mental clarity. That is this. That is this. Yeah. Because how can you spy on education? There's no possible way. Now unless you cheating on the test. But that means you're already in school. But we ain't talking about school. We talking about this twin flame journey. And then when you talk about that temperance, you talking about the sun. You see how everything clarifies itself? That ultimate balance, that ultimate healing, that ultimate guidance, that heavenly guidance. Let's go. The sun is illuminating your education. What are you going to learn? What have you learned? And your clarity is coming in from the divines. Let's go. So once again, what is the communication that is coming in? It doesn't necessarily always have to be word of mouth. That communication factor that's coming in here that's going to cause major changes that you don't see. Look. This is one. That education. It was illuminated. This is another. Yeah. Here is another. Yeah. Changes. Joyful activity, abundance, and celebration of life. It's all communication. It doesn't matter if it's from the heavens to on earth. It's still a communication factor of change, is it not? Whether you are growing and building yourself up physically, mentally, emotionally, or spiritually, isn't that communication? Yeah. You surrendering to what is. Is that communication? What is this? What is that? I don't know. I'm not sure. Leah, what I'm supposed to do? You're supposed to learn. See? That's communication that you don't see. You see? I don't know. Am I gonna fall? Am I gonna fail? Do I love this person? I don't know. You're gonna learn. Hello. Because you're gonna receive that message. That's why that white bird is there. Oh my God, I'm addicted. I don't know what to do. What should I do, Leah? What I don't know. All that. Where's my cards at? Let it go. These are your addictions. Those 3 cups. Because behind every 3 cups, there are 3 swords, honey. Boom. And you are grounds of confusion. And the grounds of confusion that you walk upon, you have your eyes closed to the open road or the obstacles being removed because you don't see them yet. Mental and your emotions. Get everything in check. I'm telling you. Because soon, before you know it, it's going to be time to move to another step. And I keep trying to tell you all that are further along on these stages, if you don't get with it, you are going to get lost literally in it. The divines are not playing. This is not a game. I keep trying to tell you all that you are the divine's investment. And that's exactly what it is. Yeah. So until I see you next month, keep up, keep track, work it out, let it go. So you can keep moving forward. Because literally, this is what's on the line. You either going to stay defeated with this, you are going to earn your blessing, or you are going to lose it all. So once again, what is that communication that is going to cause major changes that you don't see or you have not learned because it's unknown? Let's go. It's here. If you need to talk to me, email me. I'm here. I talk back. Leave a comment. Let me know what's going on with y'all. I like to know. So until I see you next time, take care. I'm Leah, and this is Enlightened Mystic Essentials.